Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. Apologies for, in fact, if I stop sharing that, that's just absolutely horrific. But we are here for the sprint race. We are here for the sprint race. And what a race we are going to have. What a race we are going to have. In fact, let me come back. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll try again. But boy, we're here for the sprint race. We've never done one of these in Formula One before, and we're about to do our first ever sprint race. Obviously, you do this in F2. F2 have the sprint race. It's a really exciting, fast-paced Grand Prix. It's a mini Grand Prix with no pits. So, what do we need to know? What is the format first? It's going to be over 17 laps, right? In the case of Silverstone, lasting around 25 to 30 minutes. It's provided a short, fast-paced racing spectacle similar to 2020 in cricket, with drivers flat out from start to finish. Points will be awarded to the top three finishers, 3 for the winner, down to 1 for third. There won't be any podium ceremony, as that honour will remain the privilege for the top 3 on Sunday's Grand Prix. However, the winner will get a trophy in Parc Ferme, presented in a similar manner to tyre for the pole sitter currently receives the F1 tyre supplier Pirelli after qualifying now. The finishing order for the race will define the grid for Sunday's showpiece event, the Grand Prix, where the traditional format will remain unchanged. So yeah, basically, you've got 17 laps of Silverstone, where there's no pits, there's nothing like that. You just go flat out from lap 1 all the way to lap 17. 3 points for the win, 2 points for second, 3 points for third. A couple of comments: drivers will be boiling. They absolutely will be. There's my drink. I thought I left my drink in the kitchen. Luckily for me, I did not. Big up Niall all by himself with people in the comments. Absolutely. Chris is unfortunately at the friendly with Carlisle, and I think Charles is unfortunately, for me anyway, working. But I am excited for the sprint race. But what we'll do is we'll have a look at the grid for the sprint race. Let's have a look at the grid. So the grid is, and I will lag for a second, don't worry. The grid is Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, Leclerc. That's the top 4. Then you've got Perez, Norris, Ricciardo, Russell. 8th for Russell. 9th, Sainz. 10th, Vettel. 11th, Alonso. 12th, Gasly. 13th, Ocon. 14th, Giovinazzi. 15th, Lance Stroll. 16th, Yuki Tsunoda. 17th, Raikkonen. 18th, Latifi. 19th, Schumacher. 20th, Mazepin. And I think the real thing for this, the real difficulty is there's so much at risk. So much at risk. If you make one mistake or you do anything that isn't quite the norm, if you don't have a good sprint race, your Grand Prix is fucked. So, look, Hamilton needs to have a really good race Verstappen needs to have a good race. Most importantly, George Russell needs to stay 8th. Needs to try and keep up there, because if not, for the race itself, he'll be further down the grid. So he's got to hold off Sainz. He's got to hold off Vettel and Alonso and Gasly and Ocon, because they're the ones who are instantly going to be charging for that Williams. A really good race from Russell. Norris could potentially snatch maybe a bit higher for the race tomorrow. There is a lot at risk. There's a lot at risk. But what do you guys think of the sprint race? Are you excited as I am? I'm very excited. I am very excited. I think we're in for a great race, a fantastic race with a lot of fun. I think we're going to be in for a really fun race. I think we've obviously, if you watch Formula One like I do, or even Formula 2, so yeah, I think it's really going to be a fun one. I am excited. Really am excited for this race. I couldn't be more excited. But don't want to do that. Just right, it's waiting. Just updating the feed. Hopefully we're gonna be around 52 seconds delayed. Gareth says Carlisle are playing 2 friendlies at the same time. Chris is at Workington, one where Carlisle winning 3-0, and the other half of Carlisle squad 2-0 up at Hebburn Town. So Chris will be happy, even though it's pre-season. Yeah, I think that is true. Gareth says, can't wait for it. It's an exciting idea. I would agree with that. I do think it's an exciting idea, especially around Silverstone. I mean, Silverstone overtaking can definitely happen. So, yeah, should be a great race. Lewis says, will be good, could change things completely. Yeah, imagine if Hamilton gets taken out in the first corner. Or something like that. If Hamilton gets taken out first corner, it could all change. You are absolutely right there. As you know, we do share the screen for the timing, so you'll be able to see all the timing. There we go. If I just share that, we'll go on to the timing screen. Obviously, we haven't started the race yet. The race is going to start hopefully soon. Where it will start in about 3 minutes' time. But a really exciting idea. A lot will change. In this race. The distance to the track is a 3.6 mile circuit around the lovely area of Silverstone, and boy, it is a great track. I love Silverstone. Absolutely love Silverstone's 2 DRS zones. You've obviously got the one down. Let me get these. You got the one down the old start finish straight. So you got that one. And then you've got the one down Hangers Straight, and the old start finish straight, just out of Woodcote and into Cop. So you're gonna have a DRS down there. So that could be some interesting ones for that. The tire choice is an interesting one. Some going for the softs, some going for the mediums. By the looks of it, it looks like Valtteri's on for softs. It really depends on how well the softs do. As they're just showing the grid for the sprint race. Should be a great race. I'm very excited. Lando all the way out there in 6th. Can he snatch 5th off Perez? That is going to be the question. And look, it's going to be a really exciting race. I am thoroughly excited for this. I think it's worth trying something different. Look, we've always do the same thing. It's worth doing something a bit more different, a bit more fun. And I think this could definitely be a lot of fun. I really think it could be a lot of fun. Get your comments in there as well. I want to interact with you, especially as I'm all by my own, all by myself. You know, it would be good to interact with you as well. Who do you think's going to win? I think Max will come first. I think Lewis second, and I think Charles Leclerc will go third. I don't think Valtteri will finish third. But should be a really interesting one. Should be really interesting. Can Max overtake Lewis? Turn 1 is not going to be the turn to do it. And you would assume that it's going to be into Village if he's going to make the first chance. If not, it's going to be down Wellington straight into Brooklands, Luffield. I wouldn't expect any overtaking anywhere near Maggots or Beckett's. But again, Stowe will see a bit of action, I think, as well. And then obviously the run down Vale into Club, I think you'll definitely see some overtaking there. But our first ever sprint race, obviously we're about to have our formation lap for the sprint races. The boys are about to start on that. Hello, mate. How are you getting on? I haven't been able to do any of the thumbnails yet. That's what I plan to do after this. I've got a bit of time that I'll start prepping some of them for you. I will get them done by the end of the day. I might play some bit more FIFA and then make them. I haven't decided. You have them by 10 o'clock tonight, or some of them. They're just doing the formation lap. Obviously, you got your tyre choices: softs, medium, hard. Everyone but Bottas, Alonso, Ocon and Raikkonen have gone for softs. Everyone else gone for the medium. So interesting tyre choices there. Liam says, okay, mate, no worries. Not a problem, Liam. Not a problem. It should be an interesting one. I am excited. But who can win? Who can win? That is going to be the question. Can Max outdo Lewis at home? Because this is Lewis's home Grand Prix as well. They've just come out of Cops into Beckett's, Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. As we see, it's normally this circuit has favoured the Mercedes. They've won it. They've got the last 5 pole positions at this track, but Max was very close to Lewis. Was very close. Big pressure on George all the way up in 8th. Can he maintain 8th? Can he even push to get a bit further? We'll have to wait and see on that one. Should be an interesting one there. 30-minute race or 17 laps should be relatively about what we'll see. A packed Silverstone as well. Silverstone is absolutely heaving, which we love to see. That should give Lewis a little bit more of an extra boost. It should give Lando a bit of a boost. It should give Russell a bit of a boost as well. The British fans coming out to support the Brits. Will that affect Lewis? Probably. It will get a boost from it. Will it affect Max? No, not really. I think Max will still be standard Max, but a lot of pressure on Lewis's hands. As I say, a packed out Silverstone as they're coming out of Club now and they're just about to form the grid for today's sprint race. Should really be very, very exciting. And there we have it. They're slowly getting on there. There's a bit of smoke coming out of Max Verstappen's car. I'm not sure what that's about. A bit of smoke coming from Max. Let's hope that's not too serious, as the rest of them really slowing it down. I'm not sure who that is. It might be Yuki Tsunoda. I think that's Tsunoda dragging them all down. He's going to get a telling off from whoever, because Max is currently sitting second with smoking brakes at the moment. Mazepin will obviously form the last spot on the grid, which is what they're doing now. We're just waiting for Mazepin to line up. Mazepin is lined up. A man walks across the track with the green flag, and here we go. The lights are here. 5 lights, and away we go. Max looks like he's got a great start. Max has overtaken Lewis. As from the start, Lewis has had a really poor start from there. Max with a great start overtaking Lewis. And Max is in first position as it stands. Lewis is in second. A yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not sure what that is for. I'm not sure what that yellow flag is for. Track is clear though. Someone must have spammed. But Max is in first position as they go into Brooklands and Luffield, as they head up to Woodcote. Max getting onto a bit of a gravel there. A great start from Max. A great start from Max. Did really well. Lewis trying to take him into Cops there, but couldn't quite make it. Now the run down to Maggots and Beckett's. Lewis is really trying to fight Max now. Really trying to fight Max. Max is extending that gap a little bit now. Extending that gap. A great second sector for Max there. Down Hanger Straight into Stowe. And Lando is up to 6th. Daniel Ricciardo was overtaken. Perez has dropped down a little bit. Alonso has had a great start. Alonso all the way up into 5th at the moment. George has dropped down to 10th. He can't drop too far down because it will impact his race tomorrow. But as it stands, Verstappen 1st, Hamilton 2nd, Bottas 3rd, Leclerc 4th, Alonso 5th, Norris 6th. And not Alonso making a great start. But the issue for Alonso, is he still going to have his tyres by the end of the race? That is the issue. That is the danger of starting on the softs. Are you going to have your tyres there by lap 17? Or are they going to have fallen down? There's a 1.1 second gap between Max and Lewis now. That means Max has managed to get Lewis out of DRS zone. Don't forget the 2 DRS zones down the old back straight and obviously down Hanger Straight. A great start from Max, though. They're just re-showing the start. Max's brake was on fire. Max's brakes were on fire. Not even joking. Brakes were on fire. But a great start from Max as they go into the first corner. But that is going to be a bit of a way. He was sitting on the start for such a long time. Lewis looked like he got a bit of a bogged down start. Valtteri tried overtaking him as well. Nearly had him. If Valtteri fought for that a bit more, he would have absolutely had Lewis there. But yeah, Lewis is gaining on Max though. 0.9 the gap now. So Lewis within DRS zone of Max, but as you can see, it gets extended again a bit. I don't know why they're showing a replay in a sprint race. I don't get why they're showing replays. Fuck with the replays. Oh, George messing it up a bit into Brooklands there. Guys, can you stop showing replays? We want to see the race. Right? There's only 17 fucking laps. Sky are being wankers at the moment. Sky are being absolute wankers at the moment. They're a disgrace to the nation. Mazepin there making contact. Gareth says, I'm loving this. I won't mind this replacing qualifying. Neither would I. We've completely missed the second lap because Sky decided to be wankers. So make sure you use the hashtag SkyAreWankers on Twitter. As they're just showing us on board with Alonso. Lando Perez trying to get past Lando there into Brooklands, but not Luffield, but not quite going to work that as they come out of Woodcote down the old start finish straight into Cops. Showing on board Orlando. ESPN is providing excellent coverage. We love to see that, Zachary. I'm trying to provide the best coverage I can for you guys from what I can see on my screen anyway. But yeah, Lewis can't really close Max down at the moment, although Lewis does have the fastest lap at the moment, although not much between them either on lap times either. Bottas is falling down the grid a bit. He's 2.6 seconds behind Lewis now. No, he's 1.5 between Lewis. It's 2.8 behind Max as it stands. I think. You think? I'm sure they are providing excellent coverage as we go past the Starface Straight once again for lap 4. Verstappen leading Lewis Hamilton. Lewis at his own Grand Prix being put in a sandwich by Max Verstappen and eaten for breakfast. Lewis is really struggling here a bit as Lando trying to keep Perez behind him. Not a great race from Perez so far. Not a great race. Dropped down 2 positions. I mean, Alonso's start of the race for Alonso was insane. It was an insane start to a race for Alonso. Absolutely insane. Mazepin and Schumacher prepping up the bottom of the grid. Schumacher doing a bit better, though. Mazepin is absolutely woeful. It's about 5 seconds behind Schumacher at the moment. Mick Schumacher, that is. I'm just on board with Sergio Perez going into Maggots and Beckett's. now into Chapel. And down Hanger Straight he is. Can he try and get Lando? DRS is open. And there we are. Alonso just weaving down the back straight to try and cut the DRS. This is sprint race. A real race will be tomorrow. You are correct there, Max. We're on lap 5 of 17 for today's sprint race. Which is quite an interesting one. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap of 1:30.3 so far, as we are about to approach lap 5, or we're on lap 5, shall I say? We're on lap 5 as we're on board with Fernando Alonso, and there's a little bit of a train from Fernando all the way down the rest of that grid. Lando needs to overtake Alonso here. Lando down the Wellington Straight, but not able to overtake him just yet. DRS is open, but Lando not quite got the pace to attack Alonso yet. Team radio from Lando, but I have absolutely no idea what they're saying. Absolutely not a clue. I don't know if I charged my phone. Did I? I did. This is amazing. I'll see if I've got the app on my phone. I've got F1 mobile. No, didn't mean to do that. I don't. It will have to be. It's a weird one. You should have probably went Northamptonshire. Who, me? No. Don't be so silly. Don't be so silly. Lap 6 of 17. Just showing a replay from Sergio Perez in Maggots and Beckett's. Does he make a bit of... he spins. And there we see it. Sergio Perez spins as he comes into Chapel outside Maggots and Beckett's. And that is why Sergio Perez is down in 19th. And that is horrific for Sergio Perez. Lando has finally got past Alonso. So Fernando down into 6th. Lando up to 5th as it stands. Yeah, they've got that graphic wrong. Well done, Sky. Idiots. But Sergio Perez all the way down in 19th. He's going to have one heck of a job to try and sort that out. They're just showing how Lando overtook Alonso. It was into Village. And then he straightened it up for the loop before, obviously, entry. George Russell and Carlos Sainz are under investigation at the moment. George Russell up to 9th as it stands, keeping Ocon and Gasly behind him. Sainz down to 13th. We're on lap 6 of 17. Causing a collision is the investigation that the stewards will be having, I presume, during this race. But Lando is doing all right. He's extending that gap now to Alonso. It's now a gap of 1.5 seconds. Rookie mistake from Perez, never drive on wet paint. I don't think it was wet paint. Basically, what he did, he got too much curb, shut the accelerator on, and just span. And that is the danger of that. That is the danger. Perez is strolling around with no wing, I think. I haven't seen a close-up of that, but if that is true, that is going to be an absolute madness for him. Although he has overtaken Schumacher, so he's up to 18th now. He's overtaken Schumacher as we're on to lap 7 of 17. Lewis is almost 2 seconds behind Max Verstappen, and the gap is now 1.6 seconds. As they're just on board. This race between Fernando and Daniel Ricciardo, great little battle from them two. A great little battle, which we love to see. We are loving to see it. I'm going to see if I can get F1 on my phone. As then I've realised I can play team radio then. Aren't I amazing? Aren't I amazing? F1. Let's try this. 10 laps to go of today's sprint race. Very exciting one. It's a very exciting one. Accept all. Log in. I should have done all of this before, but I completely forgot. Oh, don't want caps. There we go. I'm just logging in now. I should have really done, as I said, I should have done this before, but you know. There's a problem. I don't know why it's causing me issues now. Fuck knows. Formula One app is doing my head in now. Join live session. Subscribe. Well, I already am subscribed. You dozy donuts. Well, just let me log in. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap. We're on to lap 9. Perez don't need that win. Perez 18th at the moment for Sergio Perez. How many adverts you want to have on one app? How many adverts? This is the question. Right. There we go. Reset password. It means send an email to reset your password. Dozy wankers. So whilst I have more issues than you care to imagine, what are you guys thinking of the race? What are you guys thinking of the race so far? I actually think it's been a really exciting race. Really exciting race. But let's see this. Let's see. Accept. I have to change my password now because Formula One have forgotten it. What? Oh, copy. Right. Let's try this. Turn to login. Got to type in the temporary password. They don't make it easy. TJX. Sign in. Oh, fuck off. Stupid dumb shit. I don't know. My Formula One account is doing my head in now. Let's talk. Paste. Sign in. There was a problem with your... Do you know what, Formula One? Go fuck yourselves. I won't be using your shit anymore. I'm really angry with them. Means I'm going to have to use that. Right. Soft tyres going off, says Lewis. Zachary says car goes vroom. That's my analysis. 7 laps to go. Hamilton does look like he's going to have to accept second best here today, which, look, is not going to be ideal for him at all. It's not going to be ideal for him at all. But yeah, we'll have to see what he can do. Can he do any? I mean, if this is the sprint race, I don't even want to imagine what he's going to be like tomorrow. I don't want to even imagine, because I don't think he's quite going to have the best time. I don't think he's going to have the best time of this one. I just, you know, when you get that feeling, I've got that feeling. I've got that feeling. I don't think he's going to be in for a good race at all. Right, that's really fucking small. Right, let's try saving that. Download, yeah. Fuck off. Stupid dumb phone. Right. Oh, piss off. Piss off. PowerPoint will do. Actually. So I try and sort all of these out. There we go. That's what I'm going to use. Probably not saying that. There we go. Allow. Right. So I've just got to make my thing again, because when you do a transparent one, you can't actually see half the shit, which really helpful. I know. Right. Let me make that a bit smaller. Right. There we go. Right. Download down. Download. Perfect. Slowly getting there. That should be in my gallery. Perfect. Right, so working on this slowly. Positioning. The positions are in front of you, as you can see. I'm giving everything I need more power, says Lewis. Daniel Ricciardo with some team radio here.
Good job, Daniel. Good job.
He's just being told good job. I'll see if Perez. Yeah, it doesn't look like Perez has got a wing. It doesn't look like he's got much of a wing left. But not a great start from Perez here. Not a great start at all. There's a huge gap of 11 seconds or 10 seconds now between Lando and Leclerc. Obviously, Lando all the way in 5th. Hamilton is not able to catch the Max. Max is finding this very easy so far to take this win. Looks like Max is going to take the win. Five laps to go. We're on to lap 13 of 17 to lap 13. Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas is your top 3. Verstappen will get 3 extra points for this. Lewis will get 2. Bottas will get 1, as it stands. There's no point for 4th or below, so just the top 3, because it is technically a qualifying session. But yeah, we're just seeing. I think that is Sergio Perez, or is that Max? That's Max, having a great little bit of fun. He's having a whale of a time. He's loving it. He's saying, give me more sprint races, guys. Lewis, on the other hand, is saying, no, my life has been ruined. I am no longer good at my job. Believe it or not, there is a massive gap between Perez trying to overtake Latifi to Schumacher. To put it into perspective, Perez has just come down to Stowe, and Schumacher has just come out of Chapel. So a very big gap sort of between them. The McLaren's just chilling, sort of in between the huge gap between Leclerc and them two. Alonso is keeping the rest of them. There's a little train behind Fernando Alonso as Sebastian Vettel is trying to make a move for him as they're coming into Chapel now. Just come out of Maggots and Beckett's for them. But Verstappen on lap 14 of 17 doing it quite easily able to take. He's loving it. He's absolutely loving it. He's going to get an extra point over Lewis in the championship as well, and providing Max can finish the race in first, he will get a lovely little trophy as Max Verstappen sets another fastest lap. The fastest lap by quite a mile. A very fast lap for Max Verstappen there. And now we see a gap of 2.6 seconds between Verstappen and Lewis. And what does this mean for the race tomorrow? This gives us a slight indication of what we're going to see in the race tomorrow. It does give us a slight indication. Obviously, you can see a little bit of the management. We'll see a pit stops tomorrow. Will they play a part? But we can already see that Max has got overall much better race pace than Lewis. So that could be an issue for the Mercedes. They brought upgrades to this race as well. They brought upgrades to Silverstone, but not able to do it. Nothing was able to be done, as they're just showing Carlos Sainz overtaking Pierre Gasly into the end of club. It was a lovely cutback there out of the second to last corner before he overtakes him into club across the start finish straight. 50, we're on lap 15. Obviously, don't forget there's 17 laps, so it's about a 25 to 30 minute race. I'm not sure the other races where they're doing this style, but I would not be opposed to see this. Would not be opposed to see this at all. I love this setup. I love a little bit of action on a Saturday in Formula One. There's nothing better than a little bit of on-track action, a little bit of fighting. And as Sergio Perez, and I did say this at the start, there's so much at risk in this race, but not a lot to gain. Not a lot to gain. And there we have it. Sergio Perez has lost a lot. He's gained nothing. The gain is 3 points. The gain is 3 points, but there's also a bigger gain. If you are Fernando Alonso and you didn't qualify as well as you would have hoped, you have that ability to redo it. You have that ability to take it. And this is what he's done. He's done a brilliant job. The softs are going to be going off a bit now. Lando has definitely got better race pace than Daniel Ricciardo, just chucking that out there. But I'm loving this. Absolutely loving this. What do you guys think? Lewis says Brazil and somewhere else, I believe. Brazil, maybe Spa? Is it Spa Frankenshop? Spa maybe got it. Not sure. No pits in the sprint race as well. No pits at all. You don't need to change anything. You don't have to take any. Right. Verstappen is warned to stay off the exit curbs with a 2.9 lead. Yeah, he's just been told to stay off the curbs. Is Perez normally good? He's in relegation at the moment. Well, you can't get relegated out of F1, but no, he's normally good. But yeah, he's having a bit of a howler here. As here's some radio from Bottas. I see. Bottas is getting vibrations on the front right. Fernando. Alonso began a warning for moving on the braking. So Vettel would have been moaning his little ass off about that. As we're about to approach the final lap for Max Verstappen, into club they go. And with a 2.3 second lead over Hamilton, there we go. Just check the other venues haven't been announced, but there will be 2 more after this. I mean, hopefully it'll be somewhere with some entertainment. So Spa in Brazil would be perfect. That is what I would hope for. You wouldn't expect them to do it at Abu Dhabi. You wouldn't expect Abu Dhabi. You can't overtake it, Abu Dhabi. But no, it's been a great little race. I've loved it. Absolutely loved it. Carlos Sainz taking one of his visors off. There's team radio from Prez, but I cannot see it. Well, I don't have it. I don't know if the US has a track that isn't an oval. It does. It's actually in Austin. You have a brilliant track. It's called the Circuit of the Americas. Lovely little track. Love playing it. Love racing around it. Love it. The first sector is very difficult, though. Very, very difficult. As there we got Max Verstappen coming out of Beckett's and into Chapel. Down Hanger Straight is Max Verstappen. Lewis is catching him a little bit, but it won't really matter. Into Stone. Down a Vale. Into club for the last time. Max is really having a great time here. And across the line, Max Verstappen is the first winner of the sprint race. I was about to call it the Grand Prix, but the inaugural winner of the sprint race is Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton comes second. Valtteri Bottas third. Charles Leclerc is fourth. Lando will come in at fifth. Daniel Ricciardo will come sixth. Now there's a battle on for seventh, which I think Fernando Alonso is going to keep. He comes down Vale into club for the last time. Providing he doesn't spin, he'll have this. Fernando Alonso will come in seventh, so he'll start the race for seventh. George Russell will be starting ninth, so he qualified eighth. He'll start the race tomorrow in ninth position. But Max Verstappen showing that he's just got overall better race pace than Lewis. Lewis couldn't keep up with him, couldn't really handle with it. But what a drive by Max Verstappen. A great start from Max. Really outdid Lewis in the start. But also, Mazepin. Perez came into the pits. Why is Perez come into the pits? I am really confused about that. Why did he come in? Oh, he stopped. I don't know if that's a technical reason so that he can get something he wouldn't have tomorrow. Maybe. I mean, that is mad. Checo finishing below Mazepin. That is mad. But what a drive by Alonso. Yeah, what a drive by Alonso. Great drive from Alonso to go up to seventh. It's finished already, mad. Yeah, it's only a sprint race, so it's a really quick race. So the sprint race is the quick one. So the sprint race is basically all-out attack. Think of cricket 2020, right? Really quick race, but that's what it's about. It's a fast-paced race, but we love to see it. We do love to see it. Lewis says Prix struggling with his front end. Yeah, but it looks like he came on the last lap, which just seemed a bit mad. It did seem a bit mad. The front three are coming to their positions on the track as Max Verstappen puts his car on the number one. He will start the race tomorrow in pole position. Zach says, I'm thinking South Carolina would be great for F1. Maybe. I don't really know America, but Austin is a good track. I do like Austin. Lanzi says, Checo embracing his inner Richard Hammond. Absolutely. Got to embrace the inner Richard Hammond. But there we have it, guys. That is going to be it for today. That's going to be it. We'll be back 8 p.m. for the quiz, hosted by your man Russell, as the drivers just go get weighed. Then Max will be presented a trophy. I'm not going to stay live for all of that. They're going to Miami. Yes, a circuit in Miami. It's moving, ain't it? The US race for next year or year after. I thought, are they not having both? Are they not having the circuit of the Americas and Miami? I thought they were having both. Are they not having both? Not a clue. But Chris will be back tomorrow. I'm very excited to do that. Should be a great race tomorrow. Should be a great race as Max just has a look at Mercedes tyres. I wouldn't bother, mate, because you've all been picking up a bit of rubber. But it was that moment, and let's just quickly look at that start from Fernando. It was what a start! Basically, did everyone on the outside? How did he get out of Lando? Really late into Village. Managed to overtake Perez in the loop. Or is it Aintree? No, they're coming out Aintree. Down Wellington Straight. Oh, he overtakes Perez into Brooklands and does Lando in Luffield. Oh, no, doesn't do Lando in Luffield. Lando's ahead at Luffield and Woodcote. Alonso gets great run out of Woodcote into Copse. It was Copse that he overtook Lando. Interesting. Zachary, why do they have a circuit before the race? What do you mean? What, a lap of the circuit? Warm the tyres up. Or sprint, I mean. Yeah, it's just to warm the tyres up. Warm the tyres up. But look, we're going to wrap it up there. Jensen is, I think, going to be doing the pre-races. They're going into, well, what looks like a lorry. They're going into the back of a lorry by the looks of it. I'm not sure what's in there. Can that lorry move? Does it have wheels? Are they going to be given a lap of the track in a lorry? I'm not sure what's going on here. We'll stay for this bit. Ravi says, big up Niall. Thank you, Ravi. They've chucked the top three into the back of a lorry. Lewis has let down the crowd there. Yeah, I think he's crying, and so he should. He had a really shocking start to the race. Really shocking start to a sprint race. But now they're in the back of a lorry. I don't know what the lorry has got the sides of the lorry taken off, so you can see into it. But I'm not sure what the hell's going on. Oh, got a Max fan at Silverstone as well. Miniature Max fan. Got plenty of Lewis fans, obviously, as you would expect. Plenty of Lewis fans, and yeah, they're just taking them around in the back of a lorry, and they're just a victory lap into. Oh wow, oh wow. They've what? Fucking hell, that lorry's going quick, aren't they? Oh, loving it. He's been given a little reef. I'm loving this. I mean, why is there sprint race before? So it's so this is qualifying basically. I'm just trying out a new format. And you know, it was really exciting. The lorry's been told to slow down a little bit because everyone's just moving a bit there. They can't quite keep hold of it. But Max has won the first race, or the first ever sprint race. Got a really good start. Was able to overtake Lewis before they even got into Abbey. So really, really interesting there. But Max Verstappen will start the race pole position tomorrow. They're just doing a lap of the track. There's literally a lap. So what they have done is they've got a Mercedes lorry. They've cut the ends of it off so you can see out of it. And they're just waving to people. They are doing a victory lap. Yeah, they're doing a victory lap of that. Now I'll try that what I said for a link for All Sports and Footy. What link? His goal. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll have a look at that. I'll write that down. His goal. I've wrote that down. I will check that out. That is a pretty much party bus. I'm not happy with our result today. Yes, it's pre-season, but it's Rovers who are in League 2. A league above them, we can only draw. No, I thought it was good. I thought it was good. A good match. I thought we were. There was a lot of promising signs. I think some of the players still gelling. I think yes, the attack not great, but yeah. Lanzi says another race and Hassan not bottom. They are not bottom. What is happening? Well, currently they've chucked them all in the back of a party bus. Basically, of the window, they basically it's a Mercedes lorry with the sides of the trailer cut out, and they're just doing a victory lap of Silverstone. That is what they're doing. They're currently doing a victory lap of Silverstone. So as it stands, Max has managed to extend the Drivers' Championship again. Now, someone at my work told me about it. It's a decent website for all sports and footy. Yeah, I'll definitely be checking that out. I'll definitely check that out. Probably today I'll give it a good look. But yeah, that's going to be that. We'll be back tomorrow, or we'll be back later tonight, 8 p.m. for the quiz, hosted by Russell. Then me, Chris, hopefully Shah will be back tomorrow at 2:45 for the race at 3. So we've got the race tomorrow. So this is sprint qualifying. Then we've got the race tomorrow. So we've got all of that lovely stuff. And then, yeah, we've got all of that. Transfer Talk, obviously, as you all know, is also here. So we're going to wrap it up there. Big thanks to everyone watching. I was not happy with watching the Argyle game for free today, though. Yeah, that's good. Watch a lot of games not on TV there. Love to see it. Love to see it. But yeah, we are going to wrap it up there. Big thanks to everyone watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, Liam loving himself. He's having a great time. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. But until next time, thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.